What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I got a really interesting stock for you guys today. It's a company that I like a lot. So growing up, I've always been a big Nissan fan. As a matter of fact, my first car was the Nissan 240SX. Then I graduated up to the Nissan 300ZX. And man, I've always loved the company. My mom even drove the old Nissan Stanza, which became the Altima. She then went to the Nissan Maxima, and we've always been a Nissan family. But lately, as many of you guys know, the company just hasn't been doing well. Quality's gone down. They started using these nasty, clunky CVT transmissions that gave a lot of the Nissan customers a lot of problems, and people have been just shying away from the brand. The brand's reputation is in shambles right now. We still love cars like the Z, the GTR, needless to say, but the company's brand image has been down significantly over the last few years. But while perusing Morningstar this morning, I am a Morningstar subscriber, love the company. On Morningstar this morning, I took a look at their list of 5-star stocks, and I was surprised to see that Nissan is on Morningstar's 5-star list as one of their top stock picks. And of course, being a stock nerd like I am, that gets the mind to going. How is Nissan, whose reputation is absolutely in the dirt, a top 5 stock for Morningstar? And on top of that, they think the company's worth $27 a share. Now, I know nobody follows Nissan, but presently the stock is trading at about $10 per share. Last year, it had fell to as low as $5 per share. So this looks like a true contrarian pick. This is a largely ignored stock. You don't hear anybody talking about Nissan. A lot of people think the company is a dying company. But when I got to looking into the company, I found that these things aren't true. $27 is a pretty high price tag, but you know what we do on this channel. Let's dig in. Let's look into some of the fundamentals. Let's look into some of the analytics and some of the data, and let's see if we can come to an agreement with Morningstar or disagreement, but let's dig in and see what we think about Nissan as a stock. All right, guys, so first, let's take a look at the screen scan that I pulled from the Morningstar report that I spoke about in the intro. So if you look at the top, I highlighted it in green. Morningstar has Nissan as a 5-star stock, which is the highest honor that they award. And they think, if you look down in the blue box, they think that the fair value for the company is $27. Now, if you go just below that, they went into more detail. They think the 5-star price is $16.20. They think the 1-star price is $41.85. So they think, depending on certain circumstances, that Nissan could be trading as high as $41.85. That's a huge return if Morningstar is right. Now, we don't know if they're right. We got to take a look ourselves. But, for a company like Morningstar, who has a pretty good reputation in the business, like I said, I'm an ex-broker, and Morningstar has a pretty good reputation in the business. This is a pretty high price target for the company. So I looked at this and I got to digging into the company, and I'm looking for signs of positivity. And here's what I found, guys. So aside from Morningstar thinking very positively on the company, they think it's a turnaround play. I noticed that Nissan is improving their sales. I checked out some of the auto reports, and I found out that Nissan currently has 2 of the top 25 selling cars in America for 2021. The first car, some of you guys know, is pretty popular. It's the Nissan Sentra. It's ranked as the 24th best seller in America. They've sold about 77,000 of those units so far. The second car is the Nissan Rogue. So far in 2021, they've sold 182,000 of the new Nissan Rogue sedans. Now, I don't know if you guys know about the history of the Nissan Rogue. It was a hit product for Nissan. I believe it's their biggest product. Big product for Nissan, but over the years, because Nissan wasn't refreshing their automobiles like in a timely manner, they let the last model of the Rogue, I should say, run from, I believe, 2014 all the way up until 2020. So they let that model run for about 6 years, which is a no-no in the car business. You typically want to do a refresh every 4 to 5 years. So that car got really old and long in the tooth. The sales did okay, but the new Rogue is blowing it out of the water. So let me elaborate on that for you guys. Let me show you what I mean. This is Rogue sales, the historical Rogue sales. Now, I highlighted the year 2014 because that's when the outgoing model had debuted. So as of 2014, for that model, they sold 199,000 of those units in its first year. Now, if we scroll down to 2021, which I didn't highlight, sorry about that, guys. So far, 2021 is almost halfway over. If we compare 2014 to 2021, they sold 182,000 of those units already. So it looks like this year, it's not unfathomable to think that Nissan may be able to sell 400,000 of their new Rogue models. And that's just in the first year. If we look at what the Rogue did from 2014 and down, as the model kind of aged, it got stronger. So if the company comes out with a model that sells 400,000 units the first year, it's reasonable, logical to expect that they could sell more in the following years. So Nissan looks like they have a runaway hit in their new Rogue. And this is something that I didn't know when I looked at this Morningstar report. So, when you're picking stocks, you want to make sure that the company has a hot product or a few hot products. And it looks like Nissan has. They're doing that. The company also stated that they're going to be remodeling 12 of their brands. I looked at the new Rogue reviews. I looked at the new Pathfinder reviews, and I looked at the new Sentra reviews. And the company's getting high marks. One thing that consumers are excited about is the fact that Nissan's getting away from those CVT transmissions. Like the new Pathfinder has a 9-speed, no CVT. So real Nissan fans are rejoicing. So it's a really good thing. Now, when we're buying stocks, remember that we want to take the tack that we're a billionaire and we're looking to buy the whole company. So let's look at some of the fundamentals of Nissan. First things first, let's look at the company's market cap. All right, so currently Nissan's market cap is $21 billion. And remember, guys, the market cap is the amount of money you would need to buy out the entire company. $21 billion for Nissan. Tesla, let's look at Tesla for comparison's sake. You guys know how I feel about Tesla. I think it's a wildly overvalued company. Michael Burry is shorting it, which is a big bear sign for me. To buy Tesla out will cost $632 billion. Now, you would think with a value that high that they sell more cars or bring in more Nissan in revenue, but that's completely not the case. But that's another theory for another video. But to buy Nissan out as a company right now, it'll be $21 billion. Now, let's take a look at the company's revenue and net income. So I've had conversations about Nissan before, and people think the company is going out of business. So when I look at a company, or when I'm told the company's going out of business, I think that the company's not bringing in any revenue, or revenue's falling at a very fast clip, and that the company's just really down bad. So currently, Nissan still makes about $74.3 billion in revenue. That's a pretty good amount of money. Now, the bad part is when we go down to net income on the chart, the company is losing $4.1 billion. So Nissan is currently in a position where they're losing money. But remember the play here, guys. This is a contrarian / turnaround stock. Nissan was not doing things right the last decade. They're turning those things around, and there's optimism that their new models and their alliance with Mitsubishi and a European company called Renault is going to propel the company forward. That's Morningstar's theory. Morningstar is saying that the Nissan, Mitsubishi, and Renault alliance is going to push the company forward. And when you combine that with the fact that they are renewing their models, those renewed models are getting pretty good reviews, that's what's going to push the company forward. But right now, that's a negative mark that the company is not making any money. The company is net revenue negative. Now, let's look at the balance sheet. If the company's going out of business, that should reflect on the balance sheet. Liabilities should exceed assets. But currently, the company has assets of about, 93 billion. They only have liabilities of about 60 billion. So when you look at the balance sheet, you don't necessarily see a company that's going out of business. So guys, let's do a quick review on the company. Once again, Morningstar has really high marks on the company. They think it could trade as high as $40. They think the low is around $16, which is $6 off from where it currently trades. That's going to be our catalyst A. We have a powerful, authoritative brand that thinks the company's worth more. B, Nissan is renewing 12 of their models. The models that they have renewed already are getting pretty high marks. The Sentra is getting high marks. The Pathfinder is very well reviewed, and the Rogue is coming in very well reviewed. So the company's refreshing their models. They're getting rid of those god-awful CVT transmissions, it looks like. So the new Pathfinder does not have a CVT transmission. Morningstar also mentioned that the alliance with Mitsubishi, Renault, and Nissan is going to be positive because the company's sharing, they're sharing in the debt. They're also sharing platforms. So Nissan is not alone in this fight to kind of revolve itself and get its brand identity back. The 400Z is on the way, which is going to act as kind of a halo car for Nissan, for Nissan to say to enthusiasts, hey, look at us. We're still a good brand. We can build sports cars that people want to drive. So the 400Z is on the way. Now, on the net income side, that's a big negative for me. I don't like a company that does not make money, but it's only been in the last 2 years that Nissan has not been net income positive, but that's a trend that we don't want to continue. So that's my thesis on Nissan, guys. I haven't bought the stock. I don't know if I plan to buy the stock, but I just wanted to lay out the case for some of the case for you guys. But leave a comment. Let me know if you guys think I'm crazy. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content. I'll be talking about more stocks more frequently. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for dropping in.